What is up, guys? It's your boy FightNightsFinest, the sofa commentator, and no, this is not Fight Night. I'm bringing you guys some Madden 13 gameplay in the back. New York Giants, which is in blue and white, versus the 49ers, which is in red and gold. I know I have some British subscribers, so I will explain the teams to you guys. I'm a huge New York Giants fan, huge NFL fan, and I need to spice up the variety on my channel just a little bit. Just to keep things different. You know, Fight Night probably won't come out to 2015. I can't have you guys just watching that every day. So we end up getting a fumble here, and Madden wise, the 49ers is the most glitchiest team ever, but my Giants hit hard too, and you see it there where we caused 2 fumbles in a row, and we have a very dominant defense and well-placed offense with Eli Manning, Akeem Nicks, Victor Cruz, and on defense we got the vicious front four with Jason Pierre-Paul, Justin Tuck, you know, O.C. Umenyiora, those type of guys. And, you know, we have great weapons on defense and offense, and it's all about utilizing them. And, you know, right there, my offensive styles are kind of run the ball, spread the offense out, and go for play action. And it ends up costing us there as we get sacked. And we go for it being disrespectful on 4th and 11. We try to hit Nicks up with the user catch, but I just fucked that up completely. So we come back on defense now, and, you know, offensively, I'm not too sure if we can stop them. We have some, you know, real glitchy situations with those fumbles early, so it's a real test here to see if we can actually stop him on defense without the help of the New York Giants AI. So we stop him there again on 36 as he tried to take off with Kaepernick again. I manually used that with Lindo Joseph and stopped him. So 4th and 1 is all about the battle of the trenches, offensive line against defensive line, and he ends up picking it up there. So then he finds Vernon Davis on the outside and takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line. So I try to buckle down in the green zone, cover the middle of the field, but he ends up sending the pass out to Frank Gore in the flats. I always have trouble stopping somebody in the green zone, but I have trouble scoring in the green zone. So it's like, man, how is that going to work out in this game? But Jernigan looking like he's going to take it back. Whoops, he hits him right there with the spin move. And I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house, but they end up catching up to him somehow. And, you know, that puts us in great field position, so you can't be mad about that. We're fortunate there not to get the interception with Akeem Nicks thinking he can body him up there on the outside. And then we find Bradshaw over the top, so it all works out. And we end up scoring our first touchdown of the game and tying this one up, heading into under a minute in the first quarter. So the question is now, will I actually be able to stop him on defense? But special teams says don't worry about that. We rock him there with the hit stick, and Prince Amukamara actually makes sure we recovers this time after causing the 3rd fumble in the game. So now we're just trying to keep him honest here, try to keep the ball on the ground, not trying to make too many mistakes on offense. And, you know, that brings a 4th and 5. Either we go for the field goal here or take the risk of getting in the 4th down. And that's exactly what happens. We find Dominic Hickson on the slant route. And, you know, like I said, we have so much trouble scoring in the green zone. So this is a problem for me. You know, last time we just threw it over the top to Bradshaw and things worked out. So we try to throw the float out to Ben to see if he can make a play happen, but nothing happens there. Trying to find Nicks on the out route. Nothing happens there. So I said, you know what, screw it. We'll take our 3 points this time. You know, that does give us the lead, gives us the first lead of the game. And, you know, it puts us in great position to, you know, always have a chance to come back and win the game by touchdown at this point, stay the same way that they are now. So with the 3-point advantage, he gets back on offense. We're back on defense. He throws it over there. I'm glad Randy Moss wasn't able to get that as Kaepernick overthrew him. And at this point, it's like, okay, we just got to buckle down on Davis. But Vernon Davis, who was just a killer, ends up getting the pass again and takes a big gain going down that side of the field. And look at Kaepernick with a huge run there. Antrero ends up preventing the touchdown from happening. And it's like, will we be able to stop him? The Infinity Engine helps us there as he crashes into his own man. And then we're like, dang, maybe we'll buckle down and cover the middle of the field this time. And no, that doesn't happen. So Vernon Davis ends up killing us again and takes it in for the score to give him the 14-10 lead. And we're down by 4 now. But, you know, like I said, I'm confident in my offense. I know my defense will be able to come through for me, considering the fact I'm not the best defensive player. And we find Martellus Bennett over the middle. And I'm surprised he held on to that one for a nice pickup of 15 yards. And then we sling it out to Bradshaw right out of the backfield on the wheel route. And he ends up picking up a huge gain there. And so, you know, that puts us in great position to try to score again. And we try to go with an inside pass league on the streak. That doesn't end up working. So we check it down, back down to Bradshaw again, who's been a great part of this offense, is helping us do well. He breaks a tackle there, and we keep him honest with the draw route, pick up 9 yards there. So 3rd and 1. Will we be able to score? Will we be able to convert on 1st down? We end up fumbling, but we do get the recovery back. So I'm saying, you know what? It's before halftime, and I need to have the point lead going into halftime, and then, you know, it'll put us up multiple possessions when we get the ball back during halftime, since he got the ball first. So 1st and goal here. We're back in the green zone, which we had problems with, and I'm saying to myself, you know, get some type of points, you know, to narrow the score down once halftime comes. We're trying to find Nick's there. I should have threw that drag route a little earlier. Probably would have had a better chance of scoring, and he overthrows Randall on purpose, you know, not trying to make an interception happen. We kick a field goal, and that brings us into halftime. So the score is 13-14, and it's all about It's all about oh wow, I tricked myself there. He goes up to Randy Moss just over the top, trying to score before halftime. And now we're into the 3rd quarter as we take it down the field. So like I said, we're just trying to score here, trying to get something quick, or just try to get some type of score to put us back up, whether it's a field goal or the touchdown. And we end up checking down to Bradshaw there on 1st down, making it 2nd and 7, and then keeping him honest with the run. Chris Snead's fat ass isn't able to catch up there and provide the block. So, you know, we don't lose any yards, don't gain any yards. And then we find Randall, who's one of my favorite players, one of my favorite wide receivers on the Giants, even though he doesn't get much playing time, on the outside post route. And that gave us a huge gain of 26 yards. And then we lose Dominic Hicks for the game, trying to throw that out route. You know, the out routes has really been killing him, and those things are just money every time. So we hit the F trail, throw across our body, and find Akeem Nicks, and then use the draw play once again in order to keep him honest with the run, making the 2nd and short. And, you know, we end up getting that pressure the 49ers bring. You know, we are unable to convert there. Then we find Victor Cruz on the out route, and he does what he does best, and ends up making things happen after the play, and takes it in for the score. So it's 2014 now, and we have the league. You know, it's been pretty much an offensive scoring game with some glitchy things happening on defense with the fumbles, but we haven't had any interceptions yet. We haven't had anything like that happen. So I thought it might cause a fumble there if he runs out of the pocket again. So instead of going short and throwing his check down, he throws over the top, and look who makes him pay. Kenny Phillips over the top. You know, he got injured quite a few times last season, but, you know, he makes plays here. And, you know, the 49ers never defeat the Giants, and my defense right now is trying to ensure that. So I'm like, okay, maybe I can get something big over the top. I see Bennett. I throw it over the top, but we end up throwing an interception. So right there, we got to make our defensive turnovers and make our defense's hard work pay off for us in the long run. And we end up throwing a pick right back to him and giving the ball right back. So 2nd and 10 here. He's back on offense, and look at Corey Webster, never giving up on the play, coming back for it, even though he had him beat. And we end up getting the ball right back. So Bradshaw, we try to keep it run. I said, you know what? Instead of throwing more picks, let's try to keep it on the ground. Bradshaw fumbles, so we put him in the doghouse, and we bring out Andre Brown for this one play, and he ends up getting a gain of 6. So it's 3rd and 8. We try to find Dominic Randall over the top again on the slant route, and then we throw to the outside, and then on the out route, which has been money for us all game, but he ends up cooking us there with the interception. So we turned it over again on defense. After getting a good defensive turnover, we give the ball right back to him, and then he makes us pay going over the top to Vernon Davis. And Antro Rowe is one of those revenge players. Like, if you do something to me, I'm going to make sure I do it back to you. So look out to see what he does later on in the game. I never give up on my best star players. The reason they went out to get him is because the dude is an absolute animal. And Vernon Davis has been killing us. So we, you know, towards going into the 4th quarter, you know, I try to throw the screenplay to Bradshaw, but there's that 49ers cheese again as he hops over the defender and just tackles him there. So we're into the 4th quarter now, and I'm like, you know what? I need to stop going for big bombs down the field. Need to work the middle of the field, because that's where the weakness is. I'm just afraid of all the hard hitting that's going now. But we try to get it over the top there since we had a nice pickup there. And because we made so many mistakes so far, it's like, okay, we just need to get something working here on offense. That's a real defensive 3rd quarter. And we find Akeem Nicks on the out route there on 3rd and 21, which was a huge game for us. So I say, you know what, calm down, let's run the football. But then Bradshaw gets injured, so I'm saying, okay, we'll just hand it to David Wilson. He gets stuffed. So it's like, okay, so we have to rely on the pass now. And look at Randall sexing 2 defenders as he holds on to the ball after the contact on 3rd down and gives us the big conversion that we needed. And it's like, now we have to score a touchdown. No more field goals, no more bullshit. We got to score. If we don't score here, he's going to end up taking it back down the field on offense. And then we're going to be in huge trouble. So we throw the check down, playing smart. Give it to Bradshaw. He's been killing them all day on offense. Running the ball, he's done decent. Could have done better, even though we haven't run the ball too much. And we get back to Andre Brown there since Bradshaw was in the doghouse for fumbling earlier. So we keep him in the game and scoring a touchdown. So we went for the 2-point conversion thinking, you know, either way he still has to score a touchdown in order to win. But look at special teams coming through again for us. There's 3 sides of football and you see it there coming to life where we end up getting the ball back. And that's huge for us. So now either a touchdown or field goal makes this game. It would have made it even better if we would have just kicked the field goal last time. But a field goal here definitely helps and forces them to have to score a 2-point conversion or either go for the onside kick and try to get the ball back. So the chances of that happening again is slim to none. And now we leave it in the hands of our defense. Is our defense clutch? The New York Giants' strength will come to life here as he tries to take over Kaepernick again. 2nd and 8. His last chance. He gets sacked by Jason Pierre-Paul, and look at our stars coming through with, you know, defensive front doing what they got to do. And then look at the revenge player. Andrew Rowe comes back with the interception, and that pretty much seals the game. He can't stop us with timeouts because he only has 1 left. I hope you guys enjoy. He gets kicked for excessive grieving here. It just keeps going offside. Let me know if you want to see another one of these. I promise to get better over the next period of time. And, you know, we pick up 12 skill points, so everything works out good. This is your boy, FightNightsFinest, the Sofa commentator, and I'm off this. Peace.